What's up, guys? As you can tell, we got a little something right here. We finally have the motor in, and it's going to really start snowballing here pretty quick. I'm only missing a couple things, but they should be in next week early, and hopefully I'd probably say the next 7 to 10 days, the car should be up and running. But as you can tell by the title, I did get laid off, but it's not the end of the world. It's actually kind of like, I'm not fired, I'm laid off for 2 weeks, and then I'll be back to work. I'm very fortunate in that sense that I haven't lost my job. I know there are a lot of people that are kind of worried about their next paycheck, and I'm fortunate enough that I am well off enough on money that this isn't a big deal. But that being said, I know most of you guys do know that I do make a tiny bit of money off YouTube, but really it's nothing significant, and I'd love to get this channel rolling a little bit. So if you are enjoying the content, give me a subscribe or something. It's like 15% of you who actually watch my videos are subscribed, so I'd really appreciate that if you could, just please. No, I'm just kidding. But let's get into it. We got some cool stuff today. We finally got the motor in. This is the Raptorus motor. It just means it's got a Raptor crank in it. But we got a manually rotating assembly and a few other cool things going in on this video, and I'm pretty psyched. So in this next couple weeks, I'm going to be working on this thing. I might paint up the block. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to paint it up, but we'll get her sorted. So let's get to it, guys. It's just primer. I'm not actually painting them white. I've got more of the matte black that I painted this bar in, and a couple other things I've also painted in that matte black. But figure, because I got a few days before the motor's completed, probably clean up a few things. All this stuff is pretty caked in oil crap, so probably give her a good cleaning. Yep. Still embarrassing. Well, she upside down, but she home. I manhandled this thing onto the stand myself. Probably not my brightest moment, but we got her on there. I just unloaded it on top of that crate and then lifted it from the crate to the stand, so not that big of a deal. But we've already got the rear main on here, rear main seal. But man, this RTV was sabotaged. It's blowing out the bottom. For some reason, it was petrified about that far in. I think my drill bit is just sacrificed at this point. But we got some instructions here, building up this motor. Got to put the oil pan on next, but going to wait until tomorrow so I can get some proper RTV. We've got the oil pump on, the oil pickup, the rear main. Just put my finger in fresh RTV. Gosh, I just can't win today. But got a good bit going on. Probably pick up on this tomorrow. And I'm super excited to have it home. But we've got to fill in, we've got to get a plug for that. For some reason, there's plugs everywhere in this motor as the short block. I mean, plugs everywhere. Doot. I mean, all of them, but this one is filled. And for some reason, on the block that came in the car, that's filled right there. Sorry about the lack of light also, but just trying to get you guys a quick snippet, and hopefully here pretty quick. Once I put the oil pan, I can turn it back over, and then we can start working on some timing components, and from there it'll start snowballing pretty quick. Got this all taped up so that when I turn it over to the oil pan, all these spring cap things don't fall out, because if I turn it over, they'll all fall out, and that'll be a shit show in itself. But I'm gonna stop for tonight. It's about 11 p.m. The RTV is cursed, so I'm gonna get some different RTV for the pan, and then once I got the pan on it, then I won't have to have it upside down anymore. But gonna have some timing components on here pretty quick, and then we can put in the XDI injectors. Oh man, I'm so excited to put all these parts together. I'm sick and tired of having all this shit all over my garage. Pardon my French, but it's a big mess. But I really do like how this coolant pipe ended up fitting in here with that kind of like pool noodle, I guess. But this is also ceramic coated. I wanted to ceramic coat and then also insulate it because the intake tract is right here. So when you've got that heat that comes up and then there's intake manifold here, you've just got a lot of heat rising and heat soaking, and I think that'll be a nice little add-on. Well, she's starting to come together. We got the cams in now, water pump on, oil filter. Oil pan is also on. Still a good bit to go. But there's some tensioners that go here and here on the heads, which I have found out that I do not have. So those will be coming in on Tuesday. Today's the day before the new year. But some nice little progress. I think I'm going to end up painting the block. It's a bunch of work, but man, I feel like that'd pay out. I think that'd look pretty cool. But man, that kind of masking would suck. But we've got a motor, guys. Figure I'll leave you with this. Less parts, but still crap everywhere. But we're getting there. This is probably about the stupidest thing I've ever done. So just got the front timing cover on and the valve covers on, just kind of on there. Everything's all buttoned up. Don't want to get the engine stand painted up. And I think I'll probably only end up doing probably the primer tonight. But got to quadruple check and make sure I've got everything covered up that needs covered up. Because it's going to go south pretty quickly if I got paint where it doesn't need to be. Well, now it looks like the engine had a nosebleed because there's paper towel shoved in everywhere. But I figure I should probably protect most of the threads. Also, there's some oil feed and some coolant lines. So I figure we should make sure nothing gets paint in it. Realistically, I don't think it would be an issue, but this is probably going to be kind of a quick and dirty engine paint. So what I'm going to do is I have my brake calipers, which are burnt orange. Let me turn on a light here for you because it's kind of dark. But I got more of that paint, and that's what we're going to do the block up like. Golly, that is obnoxious. Oh my gosh. Once we put some stuff on that breaks up that color, it'll look a lot better, but holy cow, that is bright. Jeez, that shows up so bright on camera. It's not as bright, it's still bright, but not near as bright as what it shows up on here. But we're going to bolt on this side of the turbo. Like I said, I'm waiting on the tensioner for right there. So I figure I can get the turbos bolted on, and then we can get some nice contrasting colors on here, and then put the valve covers back on, and it'll look pretty sweet. Dang! I think I'm gonna leave you guys at that. You know, everything's just really, really, really loosely mocked up. I mean, the valve cover is just sitting on there. The turbo's only got 2 bolts on the exhaust manifold and only 2 bolts on the turbo itself. But oh my gosh, that looks so sick! We got the Gearhead Gen 3Rs. Ooh, buddy. Sick. I'm gonna have to post up some photos on the gram. So anyways, guys, thanks for joining me along on this quick little journey today. Man, I'm happy with that. I'm glad the contrast between the orange and the matte black is it's working out pretty well. I guess I kind of over taped a little bit, but nobody will ever see that. except for you guys, because now you're watching this. But if you ended up liking this video, give me a subscribe down below or a like or something, comment. Got any questions, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!